Right. He's trying to live up to that standard that's being set. And it
Mm-hmm.
looks like it's backfiring on the current girlfriend. And that's what it comes to. Like, there's some women who unfortunately end up being the starter boo, the starter bae, the
Mm-hmm.
starter wife.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize that that person that they're with, that they gave a chance to, and they had potential, and they went to build with, ends up building and builds right up out of their lives.
Right.
And that's to me, I feel like that's the risk that comes with being in a relationship with anyone,
Mm-hmm.
especially when maybe they don't have anything or
Right.
they have ambitions to build something and you help them in your goodwill and trying to be a good woman to your man and stuff like that. There is a risk there on both ends, honestly. But in this situation, it's not really benefiting the lady because he has already made up in his mind he's going to leave her one day. I can't believe my girlfriend really think that I'm gonna marry her and we'll live happily ever after. Soon as I get a decent job, I'm gonna leave her and start dating my types. The F? Crying,
Wow.
crying eye emoji. Like, wow. For real, when I was talking to Jay about this, bringing up this topic, I was like, he sounds like a villain giving the hero the whole plot right before he takes him out.
Right.
What is this?
Right.
And guys watching, please do not take this mentality on because it's truly evil. It's so
All
evil.
right.
And Jay said it was
Yo,
savage.
that is very savage. That is very savage. So what I'm gonna do, because I see people that say, yo, they got something to say about this. So if anybody want to join the stream and share your thoughts with us on cam, I'm about to
Yes,
drop the link.
we would
I'm
love to
dropping
hear
the
y'all.
StreamYard link. If I see
Yes,
anybody come in, we will add you to the stream. Come in and join us. But
yes.
I have to be honest, like this is savage. Like let's just see what the chat is saying. I think it's manipulative. Krista says he's a mess. Ebony, horrible. Yvonne, no. Ebony with the real crying emoji.
Oh,
Then we got Tanisha says, some men say that in order to get you, hold on, no, some men say that in order to get you to let your guard down. Oh, that's what they say? What, this? This right here? I don't know if no woman go. I don't think this. I think you might be referring to something else because you can't mean this. I think this should put guards up instead of.
maybe that's the God told you my wife line.
Yeah, that's probably what that one was for. That's probably what that was for. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Cynthia says it is evil. Just be single.
Some some things are just not worth that stress. And it's the audacity to me. Like this that's been my word of the year, audacity, because we've seen it
Yeah.
in so many different ways from all kinds of people. And he's definitely fits the bill for audacity. The nerve.
Right.
It's like you have every intention
Hmm.
to waste this girl's time.
Right.
And maybe they're oblivious to it, they don't know about it, they don't have Twitter or social media, and it's just like it's mind-blowing to think this person took their thoughts,
Hmm.
put it on the internet. You see all those retweets, you see all
Right.
those quotes, you see all those likes.
Look at the likes though. They're loving it.
Toxic. Bro, it's toxic out here. As the Brits
Very.
say, he's moving mad.
Yo, to me, it was the F that got me. It's like, yo, it's like, cause the F is like, she don't know, like she doesn't know this.
Like,
Why are we acting like she doesn't already know?
it's giving he feels like he's the prize, therefore he can move however he wants.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like I look at that, and it's savage. That when you shared that with me for the first time, I was like, yo, that's savage mode. And this is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are a number of people, both men and women, who have this perspective. But I don't think you should ever publicly let that be known. Honestly, I don't even think you should verbally speak those words, especially in the company of people who it may get back to that person. And I can't
And it
imagine this
should.
not getting back.
Yes. That's wild to me. That is just wild. It's a and the fact that so many people agree with that post by liking it. Maybe they're saving it because they're liking
I
it
hope that's
because
what
it's
that is, right?
ridiculous. But yo, it's kind of like I don't know. It's like ooh, bad
Asia, you
intentions.
ready to come on? Like we about to put Asia on right now. We about to
Let's
bring the MVP into the
go.
building.
Hey
What is up, Asia?
Asia.
The MVP.
Am I on?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yep.
hear you. What's
Oh,
up?
hey, everybody.
Welcome.
First of all, I've enjoyed y'all so much. Y'all have been
Oh,
We
entertaining.
have been enjoying you.
Right?
yes.
Like, I am super engaged in this conversation. So, y'all are doing great. Let me start
Thank
off
you.
with it.
Thank you.
And this is my first time seeing this, actually. But
Oh, snap. Even
I haven't
better.
seen it. So honestly, you guys, just reading it, I'm not really surprised. What I got from this is he's saying he about to, when he get a full-time job or a better job and get some money, he's going to elevate his life. And he feels like that the money will be able to buy him or
Mhm.
expose him to a different type of woman. So what
Right.
I would ask him, and I guess what anybody should ask themselves when they're with someone is, can money buy this person? Because sometimes you with somebody that money can't buy what they offer. So it don't
Mhm.
matter if you got a million or zero. This type of person, they loyalty, they love is just unmatched, and money cannot present that. So I think in this case, it's more of like a physical thing for him. It's more of like what my homeboy is gonna say, like a real immature perspective. But this happened every
Yeah.
single day.
It does.
So
It does.
Yeah,
Oh man.
exactly.
Yo, Asia,
Um,
you've been dropping bars all day. And I'm in complete agreement with you. I think that here's the thing that caught me off guard, right? It doesn't even seem like, like most people are like, once they get famous, they'll do it, right? They drop her once they got the millions in the bank, the billions in the bank. But this brother, it just seemed like, yo, if I just get that job, making maybe about 10,000 more a year, like I'm cutting you loose. It's just like once I'm able to upgrade and move out of this apartment and get in a condo or a house or something, I'm cutting you loose. And I felt like that to me is like he's not even really setting the bar that high before she's gone.
but look at the generation we're living in. I mean, he feels like he's catering to what women want. We living
Mm,
in every woman wants a high value man right now. Every woman wants a
mhm.
man that's, bringing home the money. And I get it.
right.
Most women want a financially stable man. So to him, he's appealing to what women want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. He's trying to live up to that standard that's being set. And it
Mhm.
looks like it's backfiring on the current girlfriend. And that's what it comes to. Like, there's some women who unfortunately end up being the starter boo, the starter bae, the starter wife.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize that that person that they're with, that they gave a chance to, and they had potential, and they want to build with, ends up building and builds right up out of their lives.
Right.
And that's to me, I feel like that's the risk that comes with being in a relationship with anyone,
Mm-hmm.
especially when maybe they don't have anything or
Right.
they have ambitions to build something, and you help them in your goodwill and trying to be a good woman to your man and stuff like that. There is a risk there on both ends, honestly. But in this situation, it's not really benefiting the lady because he has already made up in his mind he's going to leave her one day.
Wow. Yeah. And I got to give a shout out to Tanisha, right? Because she shared with me maybe like a week ago, she shared a video of an interview that April Mason was doing. And
Mhm.
April Mason, she highlighted something that I had to agree with wholeheartedly with her, in that women have to stop building for and with men. Like, you amplify, you don't build with him, sweetheart. And I agree with her entirely. Like, because this type of stuff happens when you try to do that. When you say, hey, I'm gonna be the one that builds you up. Nah, like what April was saying was that a man should already be building before you even come in the picture. Like, if he's just static and then you come in there and now we're starting to see some movement,
Right.
yo, you better be building with yourself in mind.
We
For
need
real.
receipts, bruh. Like, what's the consistency at? It comes down to consistency and character and integrity. Like, what have you been doing your whole single season before I came around, and vice versa. Like, the woman should have. It's like that table conversation. What do you bring to the table? Like, what can you show for yourself that you have done to show me that you are capable of handling future ideas, visions, plans, that purposes that God has for us?
That's real. Now, Asia, I'm curious. How would you feel if this was your boyfriend? Like what would your response be if this tweet got back to you?
Look, y'all wouldn't know him no more. I tell you that. You wouldn't know him no more. He
Sorry
wouldn't
to that
be
man.
something else. No, I'm just kidding. Look, I would feel honestly really disrespected. I would hope that he just talking and just wanted to just be trolling and just go viral or something, because I would just hate. I would feel really just like that. Like, that's how you feel? Like,
Right.
you ain't that great. You know, it would just cause me to get really defensive. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? We probably just need to part ways.
Right.
And I agree with you, Jay, when you brought up the April. I saw that too. On YouTube, her video, and that was just a good point of the man gotta bring something to the table. And I know it's just a big topic of what are you bringing to the table, but I always say I can work with something, but I can't work with nothing. And I think a lot of women are working with nothing, like, but you see the potential, like, man, he ain't gonna be nothing forever, and you try to create a plan for him. You got to come with the plan. And like she said, we can amplify it, we can make it better, we can even add to it, but I can't create it. I can't write it out for you. You have to do that, because if I'm writing out your plan, are you listening to God? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's your God? Me? Like, you got to get the plan from God, and I just assist with whatever it is that you brought to me already.
Yeah, because it's out of order. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at it from the spiritual perspective, like, you want your relationship to be in order. So if he's not operating like he should, submitting to God, like, how can a woman or his woman submit to him? It's giving all kinds of confusion.
That's facts. That's facts. And as a woman, I totally feel like you guys have to be so cautious, because you have the ability to see the potential in men, right? And this is the one thing that I will say is that women are more so inclined to look at what's inside of a man, and what he can bring forth, versus what men are focused on. That's not to say that men don't care, right? Especially when it comes to the woman they enter into a relationship or a marriage with. But I feel like with women, you guys do that early on in the process. And sometimes it can be to a detriment to a woman, like in this case, or in the case of other women who try to either build with or for a man. But I want to go back to something that you mentioned, Asia, and that's that you bringing a plan, or a woman bringing a plan into the situation with a man, or writing or drafting that plan up. When I recall Dr. Miles Monroe's book, you know, about men, one of the things that men need to do is not just be a leader, but a visionary. Like, if the man isn't presenting the plan to the woman for her to amplify and tweak it, like April Mason was talking about, then that's a red flag. Like, if you go to a man, it's nothing wrong for you to be like, yo, like, what are you building? What are you moving towards? And if he's like, all right, chuck that deuce, chuck the deuce. And I get it. It can be difficult for some people to find somebody that they're vibing with, but at what cost?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think women, though, we naturally, like, that's just how God, like, wired us. We want to help. We want to be that team player. We want to be that, you know what, I stayed down with you until you came up, because that's what's appealing, right? That sounds good. Like, I was with you when you had nothing. But, you know, and one thing that April said is that it's different when you're in college. And that's, you know, you have nothing in college. He's a young man. But most of us are late 20s, early 30s. So there needs to be some growth. Right. There needs to be something. And like I say, as a woman, even me, I desire to be a helpmeet to my man and to my husband. I desire to do that. So it's so easy to get caught in that. I've been caught in that. Like, I ain't out here just talking. I've been that woman. So I get it.
That's real. That's real. And the chat is definitely agreeing with you, Asia. You know, the MVP is still winning. They are like, yes, Asia. You can't make something out of nothing. And that's facts. You can't. You can't. And that's the thing. If the man is not doing anything, then you're doing all the work. Like, I'm gonna go out on the limb, and I'm gonna say this. If the man is doing nothing, is he really operating in the capacity of a man?
He's not ready to be dating or in a relationship.
That.
Go get you some business.
Come
What
on,
That.
girl.
as didn't Miles Monroe mention like it was Adam like that was working before Eve came along, or maybe it was another
Right.
creature. I don't know, but he was
Right.
doing something. He had purpose. He was operating in his purpose. And honestly, when someone is operating in their purpose, it's so much more attractive than someone who's like, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. How about you go figure it out and then come get me and see
Right.
if we're
Yeah.
compatible? Because I'm not about to stick around with this. I'm not your life coach. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your Jesus. Go figure it out and come get me.
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's facts.
And it also puts you in a role of leadership. And I think
Mhm.
that that's what sometimes can be a little, if you're a woman that doesn't desire that, it kind of makes you apprehensive, because if he doesn't have anything, you're leading every initiative, and that's just going to flow into the marriage, and then that's just going to flow when you have kids. So they're going to look at mom as the boss of everything, and dad is more in the submissive role, because mom is the one making all the decisions. It's not that she wants to make all the decisions, but she just had to from the beginning and the root of their relationship.
Mhm.